In this box is a new guitar from Hartwood Guitars. It is called the Drifter, and in this video I'm going to crack this open, have a look, a listen, and let you know if I think you should buy it or not. So let's open it up. To the camera, flick out the knife. Wah! Right, poking through already. There's some packing stuff, get rid of that. Take the bag out, because this box has seen better days. Oh, a little sneaky peek. I have been told that this guitar's not new. It's the same one used in the demo video made by Gear 4 Music, so I expect there to be some use, some wear. There it is. Oh my goodness. Headstock reveal. Little nubbin. Right, let's drink that in for a moment. Get rid of that. That is an offset with a trem bridge, P90s, a three-way switch, a tone, a volume, a roasted maple neck, which is a modern C, vintage style tuners apparently, and that is a laurel fingerboard, which is very dark. And first impressions is that that is sleek, smooth, and beautiful. And I mean beautiful in the way that it feels. It's very sort of, what's the word? Harmony. Very harmony slash Fender slash a bit reverend. Let's have a look at that headstock. Okay. It's a headstock. I don't know why people are so obsessed with headstocks, but there, get a good look at it. Let me know what you think in the comments. It's like a sort of hockey stick kind of thing. Let's have a good old sniff. Yeah, still got that roasted maple scent. I'm going to take that off. We're going to plug it in and have a listen. Today I'll be running it through the Fender Deluxe Reverb, as always. Is it in tune? Not far off. Strings feel good. Right, let's tune it up and I shall report on the tuning experience. So, it tunes well. The tuners are good. There's no clicking, no buzzing, no snapping or anything. They're a little bit close together for my big sausage fingers, so I'm going to put it out of tune again. When you do that, there's not that much space left in between those two tuners, the B and the E. But they look cool, so we'll let it off. Right, three-way. Let's do clean with reverb. Those are some nice sounding P90s. Lots of lovely ambient reverb on the Fender there, but that's... The middle position is my favorite so far. Something doesn't quite sound right with the intonation. Let me just check the tuning. I think it's my playing and I'm being just a bit too heavy-handed with the left hand. First playing experiences, I do have big hands and modern C necks are not my favourite by far. However, the neck is comfortable. There's enough shoulder on there to make it feel far more expensive than it is. It's £179. And so far, everything feels like I've stolen it. It's very shiny. You can see my amp rack over there. Let's do a bit of drive. The pedals I'm going to be using in this video are the Super Overdrive SD1 from Boss, the Governor from Marshall, an old English one, and the Twin Note Pi Fuzz, I think it's called. But I think that's a big muff. It's a new one that I picked up, I think, for about 30 euros, so I'm interested to try it. The bridge is angry, the middle pickup setting is kind of soft and apologetic, and the neck I haven't decided yet. It's not kicking out a lot of bass, it's very in the top end and MIDI. I think it's going to be a good high gain and sort of grungy guitar because it's going to still retain its clarity. Let's find out. Alright, it does sound fantastic as a grunge guitar. Yeah. If you are in some kind of grunge band, this is a fantastic choice. If you're just in a noisy, noise-making shoegazing band, a fantastic choice. So far, everything's pretty good. Sorry, my watch went off then, told me to be more active. How more active can you be than trying to get a guitar to feed back nicely? I don't know. I'm very impressed so far. I haven't put the trem bar in yet. That came in the box and it kind of fell out as I unboxed it. So let's put that in and see how good this trem is. Pretty standard so far. Round you go. Right. Let's check the tuning, do some whammy bar stuff, and see if it stays in tune. I just have to add that these tuners are a joy to use. But let's trim it right up. And a bit of super overdrive, I think, just to give it a bit of, not drive, but almost compression. I went further than I would normally go on that sort of music, and it's pretty darn good. I mean, under 200 bucks. Come on. I want to see what's inside this little beauty. I want to see what's going on under that pickguard. And because the pickups are microphonic and quite low output, I've got to measure how much they're outputting. Or at least the resistance. And my guess is there are roughly 4,000 springs in there, because that is some tension in that bad boy. Right, screwdriver time. I don't think I can get that out without taking the strings off or the neck off. Yeah, it's kind of, it's under the, there's a lip just there. I don't know if you can see it, but it's an overhang for the fretboard. So the neck's going to have to come off. Little tip, if you need to take the neck off something, stick a capo up there, and then when you loosen the strings, they won't pop off the machine heads. So they should stay on the neck when you take the neck off. Whoa, that's a tight joint. Bit of paint in there. Right, over you go. Come on, behave. Oh, right. There is some roasted maple dust in there. I'll keep that for... Oh, it smells amazing. I probably shouldn't snort that, but it's not going to stop me. I can see that there's a little bit of a router, not issue, but a router mishap just there. Acceptable for the price. Let's look inside. Okay, so this explains why it doesn't sound very Jazzmaster-y, and that's because in a Jazzmaster there's a whole kind of cavity going on here, and it gives it this kind of hollow sound. You're not getting that with this, so you're getting more Telecaster sort of, yeah, or telly sort of sound. Maybe not sound, but the feeling from the guitar, the resonation, the resonance. And there we simply have a switch, of course. A three-way switch, nothing to write home about. In this cavity, is that conductive paint? At this price point, it cannot be. Let's find out. Beepy beepy mode. It kind of is. It's not non-conductive. Oh my goodness. We don't get that on Fenders. It's not making a full connection, but there's something there. All right. Cool. Let's just give that a bit of a clean, shall we, as we're here? I think it looks great without the pickguard on as well. Another thing, look how tight this neck pocket is. Right, ready? In. That's almost, if there was no string tension on that, that would hold itself. Amazing. Let's check the output of those pickups. Okay, they're not that low output at all. That's the bridge. That's the neck. And that's the middle. So that's very well balanced. How close are they to the strings? They're pretty far from the strings. I've got guitar blood all over me. Guitar dirt. They're pretty far away from the strings, but no further than I would want. Strange. Okay. This is a fun guitar. I love guitars around this price point, generally speaking. Under 200 notes. And it's the kind of price that if you're a beginner, this is something to possibly pick up as your first guitar. Or to, yeah, I mean, £179 in pounds is what I would say is a good price for a first guitar. If it's not your first guitar, this is fun to add to your collection, or to have something that's a little bit different and not worry about the name on the headstock. This is a guitar that makes me want to play, and I'm very conscious of the fact that I'm making a video right now. I just want to play it, which is the sign of a good guitar. Let's calm things down a bit with some unplugged. It sounds unplugged like it sounds plugged in. There's not a lot of bass there, which you wouldn't expect unplugged. But then that translates to when it's through the amp. Let's turn the governor off. I love Jazzmasters. This is smaller than a Jazzmaster, but it doesn't feel that much lighter than the average Jazzmaster. That doesn't mean that it's heavy, but we do need to weigh it. So we're going to be looking at, in kilos, 3.7. Oh, 3.8. That was my first guess. And in that one, it's 8 pounds 6 ounces. Should have gone with my gut feeling. Okay, 3.8 kilos is quite a hefty bit of stuff, considering it's smaller than a Jazzmaster. But there's not that center part taken out like there is in a Jazzmaster. I wonder if it's top heavy. It doesn't feel it. Let's get a strap test. Strap buttons are good. They're not sort of the cheap ones that make you think that the strap's going to pop off at any time. I would still put strap locks on it though, or use the beer bottle things. Do a test. Oh, it's nice and grunge length as well. That is going nowhere. Just looking at myself in the camera monitor, it feels like a great guitar that I want to play on stage. Bear in mind that I am 6'4"-ish, so it probably looks smaller than it actually is, but it doesn't look that small, right? Let's compare it to my telly over there. I think this is worthwhile stuff. Yeah, just feels small because I'm expecting a Jazzmaster. Okay. This is also available in 3 other colours. Sunburst with a black pickguard, that looks amazing. There's a green one, which looks very similar to this in the pictures. And there's a red with a black pickguard, which would absolutely be my choice. So, build, construction, quality-wise, absolutely top-notch. And double the price, I'd be happy with this. At £179 is an absolute steal, and I hope that the ones that go out are as good as this, because it does say QC passed on there, but don't forget I was given the demo guitar, so there's a chance they might have done a little bit of extra setup. I've just noticed something extra on the bridge. I've got to talk about that. Out of the way. It's an angled trem. Can you see that? Just, where are you? Just there. That's beveled, so it's going to tip forward nicely. You don't see that at this price point either. Gear for Music and their house brands are really out to get other house brands, and they're doing well. What I don't think is perfect for me is the neck. The neck feels slim that way. Zero that out. We are in millimeters, and I'm guessing 42. Just at the nut. It's not 42, but it is almost 42. How do I get that to autofocus? There, 41.62. It is a bit smaller than I like, but this is absolutely perfect if you are a regular-sized person. If you are a teenager or someone younger, this is spot on. I would have absolutely loved this as my first guitar, or even a guitar that I would have aspired to. So yes, final thoughts on this. Just go and buy it. The gasometer is flying up the chart to wallet being on fire. I love it. I'll put links to the Drifter in the first comment and in the video description if you would like to get one. Thank you to Gear for Music for sending this out for review, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!